Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus channel. Thailand is one of the world's foremost coconut producers, with the coconut farming industry forming an essential pillar of its economy. The country's warm, humid climate and consistent rainfall provide the perfect conditions for coconut palms to flourish, making farming both productive and sustainable. A distinctive feature of many coconut farms in Thailand is the system of canals that run through them. These canals are not only crucial for irrigation, helping distribute water evenly across the plantation, but also double as transport routes during harvesting. Water is pumped from the canals to the trees using motorized rafts, ensuring every area receives sufficient hydration. This multifunctional design contributes greatly to the farm's overall efficiency. Coconut harvesters often live right on the farm, with dedicated living quarters that allow them to manage the land closely and carry out daily tasks with ease. Their day typically begins with personal preparations and a meal before heading out to work in the fields. The farm layout includes footbridges built over the canals, allowing the workers to move across rows of coconut trees without getting wet, keeping the process smooth and organized. The coconut palms themselves are marked with small indicators that serve multiple purposes. These visual markers help identify the age of each tree and determine the ideal time for harvesting. They also assist in keeping track of which trees have already been harvested, preventing overlap and ensuring a systematic routine. Once at the trees, harvesters evaluate each one before using long, pole-like tools, often several meters in length, equipped with sharp blades, to reach the high coconuts. With careful technique, they slice the fruits from the tree, allowing them to drop directly into the canals below. Thanks to their buoyancy, the coconuts float in the canals, making it easy for the farmers to tie them into bunches and guide them through the water toward the canal's edge. As the farmers wade through water that often reaches chest level, they gather and transport the coconuts through the channels. Upon reaching the end of the waterway, the coconuts are tossed onto dry land in bunches, where workers stationed nearby count, sort, and load them into inventory. From there, the coconuts are transported by truck to local markets or processing facilities. Modern technology also plays a role on these farms. Machines are used to remove the tough outer shells of coconuts, making them easier to prepare for sale. This allows vendors to quickly slice open the top and serve fresh coconut water on demand. Another machine splits the hard shell cleanly with a sharp blade, allowing easy access to the white coconut flesh inside. During this process, the coconut water is collected in a container and stored for later sale. Adding to the farm's commercial offerings is an on-site store, where various coconut-related products are available. Among the most popular items are young coconut shoots, which are sold for both replanting and culinary use as a delicacy. This combination of farming, processing, and direct retail adds an extra layer of value to the farm's operations. Following Thailand's thriving coconut farming industry, a similar wave of innovation is taking place in Vietnam, where large-scale coconut harvesting is a major pillar of the agricultural sector. The country ranks top in the list of coconut producers around the world. And with that comes an abundance of coconut husks, often considered waste, but holding untapped potential. Co, who runs a coconut husk mat factory, is among those redefining the value of this byproduct. Coconut coir, or the fibrous outer shell of the coconut, is traditionally discarded in many places. However, Co has built an entire business around transforming this material into eco-friendly and durable products.
Thì hiện tại thì cái sản phẩm thảm sữa dừa này thì được làm từ những sợi chỉ được lấy ra từ cái vỏ dừa ở đây. Thì trên tay tôi là một cái trái dừa. Thì những trái dừa này sẽ được thu hoạch từ những cái hộ dân ở xung quanh khu vực của nhà máy và đem về là có những cơ sở họ sẽ lột lấy cái vỏ dừa này ra.
Collected from nearby families, the husks are first stripped from the coconuts and sorted for processing. These fibers, known for being lightweight yet strong, are ideal for manufacturing items such as mats, ropes, and brushes. At Co's factory, the journey from husk to finished mat involves a carefully engineered production line, blending traditional knowledge with modern machinery. The process begins with shredding. Shredder machines are used to break down the tough outer layer of the coconut husks, separating the usable coir fibers from the harder shells. This step is essential in preparing the raw material for the next stages of production. Once shredded, the coir is packed and ready for transformation. The fibers then move into the winding phase, where they are spun into long strands of yarn. This is done using the factory's spinning devices that ensure the fibers are tightly and evenly twisted. The consistency achieved here is key to the durability of the final product. The equipment is capable of handling large volumes of coir efficiently, making the production process both scalable and reliable. Next, the yarn is transformed into rope. Eight strands of coir yarn are twisted together using a machine with rotating spindles. This creates thick, heavy-duty rope. These ropes are then rolled into coils and passed down the production line to the weaving section, where skilled weavers await. Weaving the ropes into mats is both a manual and mechanical effort. Specialized looms are used to interlace the ropes into tightly knit patterns. The size of the mats requires lengthy workstations, and the starting point of the rope is secured to the loom using elastic straps. From there on, workers start making the mat, gradually moving away from the starting point. Tools like hammers help compress the weave, ensuring strength and structural integrity. The result is a thick, durable mat designed to withstand years of use.
Thì tấm thảm xây dừa này có độ bền rất là tốt, có thể mình dùng ở ngoài môi trường hay dùng được từ 4 đến 5 năm, là sau khi quá trình nó sẽ phân hủy ra thành chất hữu cơ và chúng ta có thể là trồng những loại cây bên trên cái thảm này luôn cũng được.
As Coir highlights, these mats are not only strong enough to last 4 to 5 years, but they're also completely biodegradable, making them an environmentally friendly choice. After serving their initial purpose, the mats break down naturally into organic matter, making them an excellent growing medium for plants. In addition to being eco-friendly, the mats provide excellent insulation properties, making them suitable for both hot and cold climates. Once weaving is complete, the mats are rolled, labeled, and stored, ready for distribution to local and international buyers. Beyond Vietnam, innovation around coconut byproducts evolves further into regions such as the town of Albuquerque in the Philippines. Here, the humble coconut husk plays a key role in producing a rare type of salt called Asin Tibouk, a traditional and artisanal form of salt, deeply rooted in Filipino heritage. Here, the humble coconut husk plays a key role in producing a rare type of salt, called Asin Tibouk, a traditional and artisanal form of salt, deeply rooted in Filipino heritage. Unlike mass-produced table salt, Asin Tibouk is crafted using a meticulous, time-honored method that revolves around the absorption of seawater by coconut husks. The process begins by soaking these husks in high salinity seawater from nearby coasts for over 3 months. This extended soaking allows the husks to absorb salt and minerals naturally present in the ocean, forming the essential foundation for salt production. Once fully soaked, the husks are laid out under the sun to dry. This natural drying process not only reduces moisture, but also begins the crystallization of salt within the fibers of the coconut husk. After they're sun-dried, the husks are prepared for burning in a unique setup that blends natural materials and traditional methods. The dried husks are stacked in a layered pile. Firewood is placed at the bottom, followed by palm leaves and bamboo, with the coconut husks layered on top. This entire pile is then set ablaze and burns for about a week. At the end of this slow burn, the husks are reduced to a hardened ash, known locally as gasong. This mineral-rich ash is a crucial component in the salt-making process. The gasong is packed into baskets woven from palm leaves. Seawater is then poured over the ash, trickling down slowly and filtering through the minerals. The resulting liquid, known as basé, emerges far saltier than regular seawater due to the mineral content absorbed from the ash. This enriched brine is carefully collected and stored, awaiting for the final stage of production. The basé is poured into handmade clay pots called cayun, each one carefully molded by local artisans. These pots are not mass-produced. They are crafted entirely by hand, adding a layer of authenticity and cultural significance to the process. Once filled, the pots are placed over wood-fired ovens and left to cook for several hours. The cooking takes place from the morning until late afternoon. Gradually evaporating the water and leaving behind concentrated salt crystals. When the cooking is finished and the pots are cool enough to handle, the salt is extracted by hand. It's then cleaned, allowed to dry naturally, and wrapped in simple plastic packaging for distribution. Each pot yields a small batch of high-quality salt, which is sold at around $14 per pot. Tourists visiting the production site are often shown samples and offered the chance to buy directly from the producers, connecting them to a centuries-old tradition in a tangible, flavorful way. More than just a cooking ingredient, Asin Tibouk reflects a sustainable and resourceful use of coconut husks, materials often discarded elsewhere. It's a remarkable example of how traditional practices passed down through generations can coexist with eco-conscious methods and modern tourism. Moving forward, let's explore another type of rare salt that is cooked rather than harvested from seawater. Black salt, also known as kala namak, has been produced for centuries in India, and its unique properties make it a valuable commodity. Unlike regular table salt, black salt has a distinctive flavor and is used for both culinary and medicinal purposes. The process of making black salt involves a combination of traditional and modern methods, with each step playing a critical role in the production of this rare salt. The first step in the production of black salt involves preparing a special furnace. These primitive ovens or kilns are constructed from durable clay bricks, capable of withstanding extreme heat for long periods. Workers stock the furnace with charcoal and cow dung, which acts as fuel and ignites the furnace. Soon, thick clouds of smoke begin to rise from the furnace, signaling to the workers that it's time for the next step in the process. Large earthen clay pots are placed into the furnace. Into these pots, raw sambar salt is the first ingredient that is added. This acts as the base of the black salt. Next, the fruits of the bahira trees are added. This contributes to the distinct aroma and taste of the black salt. Additionally, other vital ingredients such as harad seeds, amla, and babul bark are also added. These natural elements also contribute to the salt's distinct flavor and dark color. Despite the high heat and potential health hazards, many workers in India still perform this work without personal protective equipment or face masks. This makes the production of black salt not only labor-intensive, but also extremely risky. After the ingredients are added, the pots are sealed with lids, and the entire furnace too is covered with clay bricks with holes for the smoke to exit the furnace. The mixture inside undergoes a slow, transformative process driven by chemical reactions, which continue over a 24-hour period. During this time, more charcoal is steadily added to maintain the required temperature. And the oven is fully sealed to retain the heat and optimize the reaction. When the cooking is complete, the pots are removed and broken open. Inside each one is a dark round lump, the final form of black salt, freshly forged by heat and time. These salt boulders are then rolled into iodized salt, a step that enhances the flavor and preserves the product for packaging. The salt is then broken up manually using hammers. The resulting textures vary. Some batches yield large, stone-like chunks, while others are ground into fine powders depending on their intended use. Once crushed, the salt is sorted and packed into bags, ready for distribution to markets around the world. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.